Hey y'all, this is Pastor Jared Jenkins. I'm the pastor here at Grace Fellowship Christian Church in Bonifay, Florida. As you can see through the pictures and some of the video that's been taken, we just wanted to come to you and just share with you some of what we do here at Grace Fellowship Christian Church. What I love about this church is it's a small church with a huge heart. And when we came to this church, God had a vision in my heart with me being delivered from drugs and alcohol, being saved in jail, experiencing so many things on both sides, seeing so much in the dark side. God just dealt with my heart that we were to build a city of refuge, a safe place for hurting people. And as me working in drug recovery ministry for 5 years, I thought that that's all that I would ever do is just help people in drug addiction. But there came a time that God began to deal with my heart. He said, Jared, he said, there's a lot of hurting people in this world. He said, not just people are hurting that have done drugs or drank alcohol or that have done the things that I've done. He said, there's hurting people all over this world that are going to need a safe place in the end times. And so God began to deal with us, and he led me to the scripture of in Exodus chapter 15. And it speaks about Moses bringing the children of Israel to the bitter waters of Marah. And when they came here, they were thirsty after crossing the Red Sea. They were 3 days in the wilderness, and they drank this water, and they just spit it out because it was bitter. And then Moses began to ask God a question, and God showed Moses a tree. That tree is a type of the cross. And Moses threw that tree in the water, and immediately the waters turned sweet. And they began to drink the water. And God said to me, he said, Jared, he said, I'm going to bring people to this piece of property that are full of bitter waters. He said, but they will come to the foot of my cross, and I will turn their bitter waters sweet. And on the other side of the bitter waters of Marah, they came to a place called Elim. And there were 12 wells of water and 70 palm trees there. And it literally means that it is an oasis or a place of rest. And God said to me about 8 years ago, he said, I will put 12 wells of water on this piece of property. And there was nothing cleared when we came to this church. It was this church in 3 acres. And then God just began to open up. Today, by the grace of God, this church in Bonifay sits on 85 acres. And there's 11 houses on this property. And the 12th well is the house of God. And so God has fulfilled in his vision of what he gave us 8 years ago. 2 of these homes, which many people don't know what we do here, we are housing children. We are set up to take foster kids or kids whose moms and dads are in year-long drug programs, faith-based programs. They are getting their life right, and we have the capability with 2 godly families and homes that God has built where we can take their children for the year and we can put their children in a safe environment. They attend church 3 times a week. Now, 2 years ago, we started a Christian school, Grace Fellowship Christian Academy. And so now we can invest in these kids and we can place them in a Christian environment where they can get a Christian education and just a safe, godly family home. And it's been just one of the greatest miracles on this piece of land. We have houses where we help people coming out of jail and transition, and also where they can come stay here, get their life right, and then we help them get into year-long faith-based recovery programs. We've also just started a year-long, 9-month to 1 year-long ministry school, Mosaic School of Ministry. One of our 5-bedroom houses on this piece of property will house the ladies, the young girls from 18 to 25 years old. They'll be staying in this home and they will begin to start their journey in ministry. And we will have a 9-month ministry school here, and they will learn the practicality of ministry, administration, hands-on ministry, and they will learn the good, the bad, and the ugly of ministry. And then we also have housing where families are coming that have not known anything but addiction and prison and jail, in and out, and separation and so many things. And precious families are able to come here and stay in these homes and have a safe environment. and learn how to be a family again, and family recovery, and not be in and out of prison and addiction. And it's just precious to see the family come together, because there was the family before there was ever the church. And then we also have a 5-bedroom home that we call the Bethany House, and 2 cabins that we call there on Mount Carmel. And these are pastors' retreats. God said, Jared, he said, you won't only help the drug addict, you won't only help their children. He said, but there are pastors that are burnt out from ministry, and they're going to need a safe place to come. And our ministry home is called the Bethany House. Bethany has 2 meanings. It means the house of affliction, and it means the house of fruit. And you see in John 11 where Lazarus was dead, and you see that they were in Bethany, and it is called the house of affliction. But then if you turn over to John chapter 12, you'll see where Lazarus is in the house, and you'll see where the fruit's in the house, and he came from affliction to fruitfulness. And that is our heart here at Grace Fellowship Christian Church, that we not only help those that are wounded from addictions and their children, but also that we would develop an atmosphere where pastors can come and can learn to just fall back in love with Jesus. If they're burnt out from the ministry, if they just need a break, if their family needs a break, if they need to reconnect with their families and their children, there's a safe place here. And many people don't know what we offer here, but it is free to ministers and their families. And we would love, we're only 45 minutes from the beach, and we just want to offer this to you. So if you see this video and you know a minister, if your pastor is burnt out and his family needs somewhere safe to go, we want you to know that this place is here for you. It's a safe environment for you, and we just want to offer our help to you. We want to extend this home to you. And we just love seeing God restore and reconcile and reconnect what's been broken and what's been lost. And we love to see people not only reconciled, but we love revival, and we love to see people sent out. So we're excited about all that God is doing. And so if you don't know, if you know somebody that needs this in their life, or a church or a pastor that you know needs this, if you know somebody struggling in addiction, or you know a child that's wounded and they need a safe place to go, please reach out to us. Our phone number will be here. Grace Fellowship Christian Church, 2249 Highway 179, Bonifay, Florida. Or my name and my number is Pastor Jared Jenkins, and my phone number is 863-634-9517. We would love to help you in any way that we can, and we thank you for watching this video.